the opponent had Osterine. There's nothing wrong with telling the truth. The ones that don't want to tell the truth are you guys. But what's going on, champ? Is on you. You just gotta accept. First time for Ox, so we'll see can he get it done. Cheer. There you go.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a techie. Can y'all hear me?
We hear you perfect.
What's going on, man? I just had to tap in with y'all real quick. Great job y'all doing. Phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
Couple things I wanted to touch on real quick. Actually, the last caller, I like the analogy that Two-Tone used for the Devin and Bill situation. As far as Bronny, I'm sick of the hate there. I mean, we all, nepotism, I have no problem with nepotism. And Braun got him drafted. It's a great thing. People are not realizing is that Bronny's getting paid the same thing that other second-round picks are getting paid and putting up the same amount of numbers. So for the last caller that said Bronny doesn't belong in the league, who determines that? What about the players that are putting up the same numbers that he's putting up and getting paid the same thing? Do they not belong in the league? I mean, it's sickening with the whole Bronny situation. I like the fact that he's in the league and he's going to get better there and he's putting up numbers in the G League. Just leave the kid alone. So I'm with Braun on that because he's not the only player that is at that point in his career that is in the league. So that's that. Why is it that people are calling Devin a villain? Can somebody explain that to me? I just, because based on the definition of a villain, I just don't understand the
I mean,
connection there.
I think that they're just associating him with villain because he's being booed. He's the bad guy.
A villain is an asshole, bad guy. A villain is a guy that, doesn't
Well,
care about the public.
again, the narrative. Ryan's fan base is so big that he's been able to sway the narrative that somehow Devin and his little brother and Victor Conte have everything to do with it. I mean, you heard him at the press conference. Oh, how is it that this little bit of Osterine, caused him to get beat up? No, that has nothing to do with it. Like, bro, they have swayed the public. They've swayed the public. Devin became a villain also for suing. They didn't like that.
Yeah, so the public is foolish for kind of labeling him a villain because obviously the kid has done nothing wrong, and I like Ryan is my dude as well. He was just on a show, which is dropping next week on our new show, Ring Champs on All the Smoke. So we had a good conversation about that as well. So it's not an attack on Ryan either.
You broken up, maybe.
I don't know what villain role can he embrace. You know what I mean? The lawsuit is dropped according to Ryan, so that's a done deal.
Yeah, but you see what Ryan does, and Ryan's made him the bad guy. Ryan will do an interview and be like, I don't know what I could say, man. They suing me for anything. I got to be careful. Then you got Ellie Setback with his huge platform like, Ryan, so you have to walk around with lawyers, huh? I mean, bro, they painting him in a way where the public dislikes Devin Haney. I think we lost him. I don't know if he was going through the New York City streets or down the New York City stairs.
I think that's crazy how they could.
Hold on, Jose. 702. I think he's there. You there? Yeah. We lost you out. Go ahead, 702.
No, I was just saying it's crazy how literally people could get swayed out like that, right? They do it in politics, they do it in movies, they do it in everything, right? They say everything that we've known is swayed, right? Since the things that we know in school, but it's insane how someone could say little things. I mean, the fact is that Devin got cheated. He got cheated. And it's like, we're going to look at the person who actually cheated in the sport like some guy that did some amazing thing. If you give a lot of these athletes Osterine, right? We would look at them like, whoa, some insane and crazy, but we think about it like we take away the Austrian and we would have looked at the difference at that, the outcome would have been so much different, right? But then we can't take that back. We can't go back in time and switch that. So it's like it just amazes me how like
I
the
think
people
he's
could get
back.
swayed.
Champ, you
Hello.
there? Yep, we hear you.
Yeah, man. So so I get it, and to touch on what he's saying now, we all saw the outcome of the fight. But you obviously can't ignore him getting popped for that. So yes, I understand that the fans are saying they feel like the same thing is going to happen. But us as boxing pundits, we have to really kind of help change the narrative. The casual fans are going to believe what they want, but I even think some of the hardcore followers are also kind of spewing the same thing, being ignorant to the fact that he tested positive for something. Now Ryan says
Oh
he
yeah,
feels
but that's
he
the
feels
thing. Like, see, doing the show every day, you on these social media streets, these dudes, it's like the cool thing to troll Devin. That's
yeah.
it's the cool
It's
thing.
man, it's super corny, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't we don't know what's gonna happen in the rematch if it does happen. Maybe Ryan does the same thing. But Devin has done nothing wrong and is getting more hate than anybody. It's insane to me, bro. It's insane that
It's always like
he,
that,
he
though, champ.
first off, he did show a good chin, and Todd is my dude and all that, but I didn't like that comment because he did get up every time and kept fighting. It's not just about people get dropped. A bad chin is if you get tapped. Every time you get tapped, you're out. You get knocked out. You're going to get hit and hurt in this sport. So Devin did show a good chin. So I agree with him in that regard. And he kept getting up. He kept getting up. If anything, people should be praising Dev, and giving him love. Like, yo, you dealt with what even if Ryan is even if Ryan is right with what he's saying as far as it being Tate or there's some he didn't really test positive. We don't know. These people, he's speaking for himself. Even if it was a clean fight, I mean, Dev still showed mad heart. You know what I'm saying? Dev still showed that he was fighting to win. So that's the part of that I don't understand. Regardless of the him testing positive, Dev showed that he has a heart of a lion, and he was trying to win that fight. And Ryan was just too much
Facts.
for him that day. So it's just it's sickening the whole hate for Devin. So on my end, I'm gonna keep trying to uplift him, on whatever platform I can do it on. And I'm a I'm a Ryan guy. Like, I'm a Ryan fan. I like what Ryan brings to the sport. I think that he's an exciting fighter. I think that people think because he makes these defensive mistakes that it's easy. It's different being in there with a guy like that can punch and has that type of speed. It might seem like, oh yeah, I'm gonna capitalize on that, on him pulling his chin back and all that, bro. But it's different being in there with these guys, bro. So I love both guys. I just want a little less hate towards Devin. I don't know if you could really conjure up. I don't know if him and his team could really execute something like that, like kind of, you know, tainting him a drug test. I don't know who has the resources to do something like that. I think that's far fetched. I'm not saying Ryan is lying or there wasn't somebody made a mistake, but I just can't see Devin and his father and those guys putting, creating some BS like that and kind of knowing beforehand that the test is going to test positive. It's just it's out there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, the criminalization of Victor Conte is out of control. In real
Yeah.
life, there's always guys like Conti that have done whatever they've done and then get hired because they're so good at what they do.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
boxing,
Yeah.
instead of us embracing that, we're trying to say that he's some sort of criminal and has a super serum.
Yeah, that's also dumb and corny. I don't know much about Conte. I mean, I know about his history, but I don't know whether he's a clean dude or not now. But we should not. My brother spent 10 years in prison. He's one of the most phenomenal people you'll ever meet in his life right now. So should he always be looked at as that felon? No, like, he did his time and he's good now. So we you're right. to your point, you're right. We can't just assume that this guy's a criminal because of his past. If he's cleaned his life up and he's doing the right thing now, let him prove you wrong first before you pin him on a wall. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I say, but not my co-host, boy. Two
Now,
Tone
bro,
love
Two,
coming
I,
for
I
Tone.
Victor.
say, Ness, you can't go out, Ness. You can't go out with your homeboy that be out there cheating. Your wife gonna be like, what's going on? You rolling
Hey,
with the cheating
hey,
homeboy?
but you said keyword
Not if your wife
cheating.
trusts.
No.
Cheating.
Keyword cheating, not used to cheat. Cause everybody
Yeah,
used to cheat, man. Everybody done
yeah, that's right.
everybody done backslid once in their life, bruh. If it ain't cheating, you did something wrong. So it's like none of us are saints.
that's so true, man. That's a good point. If your man ain't cheating
Good analogy.
anymore, your wife needs to start trusting you and say, "All right, he cleaned his act up,
For
and
real.
y'all could go out for a drink." You know what I'm saying? Y'all good.
She should be introducing him to her girls. Not like, nah, girl, he used to be wild, but he done settled down. He a good man. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
so
change
Two
tone. They
Tone
don't
is
want
not
to
a
be on
Conte
that
fan.
same activity no more, man. You know?
Yeah, people change. You said it right. You said people change. That's my point. But not according to
Yeah,
Ryan Garcia and Two Tone the Superstar. Victor Conte
yeah. But
is
listen.
bad.
In Ryan's defense, if he is telling the truth about not knowingly taking any ostriching and he's not guilty, right? Then I could see why he will point the finger that way in that direction because Devin is tied to Conte. So at the end of the day, we're never gonna know the truth about this. But here's the thing: Ryan has dealt with his suspension, right? His suspension is going to be
Right.
up when it's time to fight. So he also has done his time. He was deemed labeled guilty, somebody that popped for some sort of banned substance, but he did his time as well. So once that's done, we also have to consider that and say, all right, Ryan did his time. It's time to get back to it. He ain't the first. There's been many fighters that have been popped and people have forgotten about it as they moved on with their career. So on both ends, they need to just fill on Ryan as well. Suspension's up.
Roy Jones. Then Roy Jones pop and he
Yes,
don't get, you
yes,
know what I'm saying?
yes,
Like, it's a
yes,
lot of
yes,
dudes
yes,
that
yes.
pop, man.
A lot. Shane Mosley, I mean, I could go on and on and on. Guys that got popped and went on to win titles, and people have forgotten about it. So
Yeah, the
Ryan
list
has
is
did his
deep.
time. What was that?
No, I said the list is deep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very deep. So,
I think
but look,
what cures all this is Devin Haney keeps winning. You got to keep winning from here on out.
I say what cures everything.
I
Everybody just got to be on the same playing field and be on smack.
Hell yeah. That's the first thing. Make sure
yeah,
everybody's clean.
us talking about the sport on this level, we need to kind of uplift Devin and kind of speak up for the hate that he's getting. But yes, Devin does have to this. I don't want to say destroy. I know Ramirez is going to be a tough opponent for as long as he can be. I just don't think he's skilled enough to beat Devin. So Devin has to look like he did against Prograis
Yes.
when he fights Ramirez. He has to look phenomenal. And people will start forgetting, this sport, these fickle ass boxing fans, you know what I'm saying? They forget real quick as long as he looks phenomenal. I mean, I think, and by the way, I was listening earlier. I agree with Two Tone as well in regards to Teofimo, what he's doing in this press conference, man. Like I don't agree with the eye makeup, but that's my dude. But he is trying to turn up, man. Listen. That smack, that left hand quick smack, it's a testament to how quick he is, how much faster he's going to be than Barbosa. We all saw what happened with Caleb Plant and Canelo,
Word.
the way he moved. Remember what everybody said after that little slip of a smack? All right, that's how the fight is going to play out. So he just helped that promotion with that little smack. I don't care how people are talking about it's been done. People are doing it a lot now. So what? He turned the press conference up.
No, but I
And
think
since
his
New York,
was justified, bro. Barboza was already beginning to try to bully him, and there was a perception going around the internet that T.O.'s soft, right? You got the altercation with him and Bud got his arm around him, so people took it like he got sung by Bud. Then you got the Najee situation, and he's pressing him. And then you got every time Barboza sees you, he's disrespecting you. So it was time for T.O. to change the narrative and remind dudes like, yo, I would smack the shit out you.
no, that was perfect timing, and you are 100% right about that. People are saying that, people that ain't really gonna do nothing. No, you pressing them, but what you really gonna do? As far as Bud, yeah, Bud would do something, but that was a different situation out there. They were there with Turkey Al Sheik. I was just with Bud a few days ago. He did press him. He was offended about what he was saying, but they were able to settle it without any violence, so to speak. Bud heard what he wanted to hear from him, and that was it. And Tio doesn't really care that the people are. If you watch our interview with him on All the Smoke fight, he said he doesn't care if people think that Bud's stunned me. People are talking about it. It's on the internet. The clip went viral, so he doesn't really care about that narrative about being soft. But I guess it got to him at the presser, and he did something about it. At the end of the day, we know what T.O. does inside that ring, man. Say what you want about him. Barbosa doesn't really have his comments, they don't stand by nothing. He's saying he's never fought anybody. When the kid obviously became champion at a young age and then beat Loma, yeah, he had a slip back against Cambosis, but went on and beat Josh Taylor. So you can't say that T.O. hasn't beaten anybody and he's not good. That's just foolish for Barbosa to say. So Tio gets busy in the ring, bro. Say what you want about him outside of the ring. We address the comments that were offensive to people. I try to get him to apologize to whoever he offended with those comments that people deem to be racist. But inside that ring, he fights and he gets busy. He's nice. So I like what he's doing at the press conference and turning it up, man. It's gonna be a big stage in Times Square. Yeah, 3 of the 5 kings are on the card. That's all great. But trust and believe that these little rants and him going off, off script at the presses, all that shit helps a promotion.
Totally agree. Well, man, I'm gonna treat this like an interview, man. What's going on? Y'all not on the zone no more? Cause it seems like the zone boxing show is now Sergio Mora and Chris Mannix, and then they gave another segment to AD and AD and Errol Hawani, and I don't
Yeah,
see y'all there. I only see y'all when
yeah,
OTX
yeah.
is there.
So yeah, no. So basically, just to give you a rundown here, we're still with the zone and just working certain live events. We wanted
Okay.
to have some ownership of our show. So doing the zone boxing show on the zone, it's just being employees, getting a salary, but no ownership on the show. Creatively, we weren't really that much of control. So we had to take a step back and and kind of create our show and have ownership to it. And the best partnership was with All the Smoke Fight, where we were sharing ownership to the IP, and that was the best situation for us as far as our show. Right now, as far as live events, yeah, we're still going to be doing OTX, which is on the zone, and other big live fights. Like we did the Boots fight, the Bud fight. We might do work the fight in AC for Boots. So we're still with the zone, but only for certain live events, not for the zone boxing show no more. Yeah, Ade and Ariel, they're doing their own show on Tuesdays. It's just a different situation. And Ade's my dude, so ain't no love lost. Those dudes are cool, but we're good where we are at with our weekly show. It's exactly what we want. We're gonna be doing sit downs with big names. We're gonna be bringing the pull up back. It's just, and obviously we're doing some stuff with PBC. We just hosted the Tank and Roach weigh in. So we're in a good position now. We're non-exclusive, so we're working in different spaces, but we're still technically with the zone, just not the daily show anymore. So that's why you've been seeing it.
What made you, outside of wanting ownership, what made y'all want to go non-exclusive?
Yeah, because your hands are tied when you're exclusive to a network. You there's a lot that you can't do. Like for instance, I've been doing a lot of voiceover. I just did the voiceover for the trailer for the Undisputed game when it dropped a few months ago, and had I been exclusive like the original deal at the Zone when we first signed, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have been been able to do voiceovers for like 40 days, and I've been doing the voice for 40 days as well. But I wouldn't have been able to fly, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the Zone and everything they've done for us since 2018, since we signed with them. You know, it put us on a global platform, and we gained notoriety at that platform. So great things, and I still got love for the Zone. We're still working with them, so it was just a growth period where we realized there's a ceiling in hosting a daily show on a network that you have no ownership. Like, you would know better than anybody how important that is. So Brian Daly, Steven Jack, Matt Barnes, Andre Ward, it's just a phenomenal team at All the Smoke. They get what we're trying to do, what we've been bringing to the sport. They understand it. They stand by it. And we about to make magic on All the Smoke Fight. But still love for the Zone. We'll still be on certain fights, and we'll be on OTX on the 22nd of March in San Diego. So we cooking, baby. But the pull-up is coming back and a few other big things.
I'm glad I asked because, I'm narrative Ness, as they call me. So in my own head, I never said it out loud on this show out of respect. But in my own head, I'm like, damn, did they get bumped over some UK favoritism? Because it seems like everyone other than Errol and, Mora and Mannix is like from the UK. And I'm like, was it?
Oh, don't get it twisted. There's still a little something of that there. You know, that some of that is going on. So I won't deny on that. As far as like what some of the execs over there, what
Prefer.
they favor or what they think is good. You know, because you got to understand, there's some execs that really don't understand boxing there, like, or they don't really even like it, to be honest. And not everybody, but there's some people that don't understand it. So they're just going by like, the a book, right? A blue book. What they feel is supposed to be. You need a fighter here. You need this person in that position. When as far as calling fights or hosting fights, they feel like they need certain things, but it's just because they're ignorant to it, like, and they don't understand it. So even Turkey Al-Sheikh, His Excellency, he has so much going on. He's not really completely involved in everything as far as picking talent, But we still might be doing some work with him as well, because he's had a conversation with Bud, so we might be on some of those ring and the Riyadh season cards. We're working on that with my agent. So yeah, but there is some of that. There's a little Britishy. It's getting more Britishy, not like it was when they first launched in America. But kudos to them. That's what they want and that's what they prefer. I'm cool with that. Like, they've done what they needed to do for Ak and Barack, So we're good. We're in a great position right now, bro.
No, that's what's up, man. I'm happy to hear that things are working out. As always, man, you guys have always been killing it. And, it's always amazing to watch you guys. Your next move is always a bigger move than the last, man. So salute to you guys, and keep killing it, man. Keep killing it. Before you go, what's your thoughts on this Turkey Al-Sheikh, Dana White, I guess, connection?
Yeah. So I'm gonna hold back on that because I have certain feelings about it, and there's still things I'm trying to do. So I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers. So I'm gonna plead the fifth on that because of some ties, and I'm not trying to f up any business. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure, for
Very
sure.
good, man.
I ain't trying to mess up any paper, but if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? If you know how I feel about that, being a boxing purist. But I appreciate your kind words. You've always been killing it, pioneering in this business, inspired us in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? I love the co-host that you got working with you on there. Y'all all killing it. So I appreciate
Salute.
that. Yes, the next few
champ.
moves this year, they're gonna be huge. Y'all see it. What was that? There's a
Tone.
little delay on this.
Nah, Tone was saying something. Tone?
No,
Tone,
salute.
what's up,
Appreciate
Tone?
you, man. Big supporter of you guys, bro. Big supporter of you guys, bro.
Thank you, man. You're doing a phenomenal job. You're really witty. You know the sport. I love the chemistry that you guys got going on here, man. So keep killing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be around if you ever need me. Just hit me, and at some point we gonna collab and work together, y'all.
All right, champ.
For sure.
Appreciate you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ak from the duo that is Ak and Barack, the sweet scientists.